I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer.
Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. And we've got time for a quick.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone.
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward position. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any midseason trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Now here's Murray, following the miss by Porzingis. Outside Curry. And Porzingis, here we go. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Boy, how comfortable is KP in the mid-range? Porzingis, what touch.
Porter passes to Jokic. First quarter, just over a minute played. Craig kicks to Murray. Denver passing it around. Millsap. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Down low. Curry on the wing. Passes it to Doncic. There's the triple. They get it back.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great instincts. You create an opportunity to get the putback. Nice work, Kristaps Porzingis.
Here's Craig. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. And finished off by Millsap.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
And Doris, given how much of last season he missed and how early he came into the league, Porzingis a lot younger than people think.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. Think about it. He becomes an all-star at the age of 22 and already one of the more recognizable faces in the league. It is truly scary to think that in a few years, KP could be miles better than where he is today.
Now here's Millsap. 20 points for him last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Wide open look here for Murray. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Last time they met was in Dallas. And the pass to Finney Smith. Lets it go from 11. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 5 points so far.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Murray against Doncic. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. And Dallas also making a switch. Kleba's checked in. Now here's Millsap. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And I tell you, Millsap's one of those players. He just seems to get better every day he's been in this league. And more than anywhere else, I think that shows in his ability to score from beyond. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And let's not forget about the assists. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
Now here's Porzingis following the miss by Jamal Murray. On its way from Curry for 2. Great positioning on the putback.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Hardaway against Porter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Porzingis. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. Grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
4 on the clock. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Kleba with the bucket.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout. Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Back to Marjanovic. Right, the pass to Kleba. Right outside for 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
So it's the Mavericks now. Denver getting their last shot to go. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Over Plumlee, tries again, and Marjanovic with the layup. Marjanovic has got his second basket of the night.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And so it's Dallas looking at a Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star.
Basketball, like passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
We've got Plumlee. Grant is out there at Bowl. And it's Dozier in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Dallas making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. And the dunk by Bowl.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bowl making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
And they're on the break. A nice shot by Dozier. Dozier's got his first points in this one.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Bull. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Dozier. Now Daniels. Burke covering. Now here's Bull. He's covered closely. Mavericks leading by 9. A 3-ball. Burke can't get it to go.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's stolen by Marjanovic. Wright with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. Wright, the pass to Kleba. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. You can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to set it, correct?
Exactly right.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Finney-Smith. Bangs home the trifecta. Finney-Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Dozier kicks to Daniels. Passes it to Bowl. 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. Wright finds Burke. Marjanovic. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 18.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now here's Bull. Burke covering. Daniels from outside. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
The pass to Marjanovic. Dallas moving it around. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Doncic is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry subbed in for DeLon Wright. Craig passes to Jokic. Shoots over Marjanovic. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Mavs.
Here's Burke. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Back to Daniels. 16 seconds left in the first half. Here's Craig. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Curry finds Burke. Back to Curry from downtown. Good on the three-point shot. Curry's got 8 points.
Boy, had this shot on automatic. The confidence so crucial to what Seth Curry brings to the table.
And so it's Dallas with a 21.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 5 rebounds. And Kenny, that's all for now. Say goodbye to the phone.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Curry. Porzingis is out there with Doncic. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Hardaway in at the 3. Left side, Curry. Doncic with it. Now defended by Jokic. Hardaway, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Outside for Murray. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Doncic outside. They get it back. Back to Curry for the 3. And that one is off.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Pass to Burke on the wing, Doncic. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Deflects the pass. Jokic with the steal. Porter finds Millsap. Back to Porter. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
It's Hardaway with the drive. Burke kicks to Curry. Back to Burke. Fires from the line. Dallas again missing. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they earned the right to choose where they play.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Curry is inside. He's covered by Murray. A nice shot by Barea.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Jokic. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question, Greg. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Curry finds Porzingis. Inside. Dallas moving it around. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Porzingis. Curry's got 10 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Craig. Murray with it. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Let's go. And another basket for Dallas.
It's on display that scoring comes naturally to Seth Curry. If he gets a couple of buckets, boy, that zone is starting to feel pretty hot.
Murray dishes to Morris. Back to Murray. Now, here's Jokic. To the inside, Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Mavericks leading by 21. Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Daniels in a 2 guard. That's the group on the 4 for Denver. And there's the pass to Kleba. Now Porzingis. Clock at 6. Pass to Finney-Smith. And here's Barea outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And, well, when you let the shot clock run down that far, that's the kind of shot you're going to end up with.
Pass to Craig. Back to Jokic. And stolen by Wright. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Barea. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Barea's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Dallas.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around in the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Back to Kleba. Shakes him. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Millsap misses. Dallas leading by 21. Barea, the pass to Wright. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Morris. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. Doris, as you always say, there is a grace in handling wins and losses in this game, isn't there?
You know what, Kevin? There's an old saying that winning and losing are imposters, that it's everything to do with how you react to constant learning and growing experiences. And listen, everybody wants to win, but can you experience losing with grace and dignity? Can you embrace the joy of pure competition? To me, that's one of the beautiful things about the NBA. Men handle heartbreak and joy and set an example for the next generation. It's beautiful.
For the Nuggets, Vole, he's checked in for Porter. Troy Daniels comes in for Torrey Craig. And Murray subbed in for Morris. Jackson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. To the middle. Intercepted. The shot, no good. Murray with the defensive effort. Passes it to Daniels. Lets it go from 11. Releases from 15. Goes back up. Jokic passes to Daniels. Here's Bull. The tray. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Jokic with the steal. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And he gets the bucket.
That's just a terrific pass to beat the defense up the court, and that's exactly how you move the ball in transition.
Drops in the layup for 2. 8 points for Luka Doncic.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Dallas.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Porzingis.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
He kicks it to Doncic. Lets it go with a 3. Another three for Dallas.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 12-4 run. Over to the left wing. To the paint, Jokic with the steal. Millsap has the open look. And again, Denver no good. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win to come into it. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mental. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the pace. And for the Mavericks, They've got Curry. He's out there with Luka Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Now here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Morris passes to Beverly. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
That's a pretty impressive finish for Montrezl Harrell.
And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Now Curry, following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Morris. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
George double-teamed. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Dallas with it. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Doncic. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And it's off from 3-point range. Doncic has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
And the Mavericks with possession here, following the miss by Marcus Morris. Curry outside. Out to Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Curry passes to Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Maybe a little more fundamental with positioning there to be ready for that offensive rebound. Porzingis, some extra effort on the offensive glass that time.
Now, here's George. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Hardaway against Leonard. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in. He's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Outside Leonard. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Over Porzingis. Zubac, that's good.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Curry finds Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Beverly, the pass to George. In the corner, it's Morris. Back to Zubac. On the wing, Morris. Beverly looking around. Bank shot, no good.
Maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Finney-Smith can't get it to go. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Barea kicks to Burke. Outside for Barea. Over Williams.
Like to see when an offensive player takes some pride in the defensive play. Nice job by Lou Williams sticking to his man there.
Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014.
My inspiration really came from my mother.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
So for the Clippers right now, Landry Shamet is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jermichael Green, and there's Jackson, and it's Williams at the 2 spot. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. A wide open look here for Wright. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Wright's got the lead up to 5 now for Dallas. Jackson finds Williams. Back to Jackson. Now here's Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wrong? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. Here's Kleba and Marjanovic with the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Burke. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And stolen by Burke. Pass to Barea. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Will it go? Here's Leonard. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, I like what the defense tried to do. They crowded Kawhi, but he's just getting so creative near the basket.
Here's Kleba. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Barea finds Burke. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got his 3rd assist on the night. A 3 from Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. Wright with it. Now Green defending. Marjanovic gets it to go from beyond the arc. Marjanovic has got 7 points. Clippers trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jackson misses. Dallas has gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Right, the pass to Marjanovic. Rebounded by Jackson. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is coming in for Marjanovic. Hardaway is subbed in for Trey Burke. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Morris is checked in.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here on free throw coming up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Curry comes in for DeLon Wright, and Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Barea. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Green. Paul George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Curry on the wing. Hardaway against George. Hardaway goes in. Passes to Finney-Smith. 1 second left. And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were unable to ever build a big lead. Thanks for joining us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr., and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the four-man position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Clippers. The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And then George with the jam.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Hardaway, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
And so here are the Clippers following the score by Dallas. Here's Beverly. Morris. It's good on the putback.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Morris comes over to help. Back to Curry. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by Morris. Offensive rebound. Porzingis inside. Zubac defending.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in. He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
It's Curry outside. That one doesn't drop. The Clippers go the other way with it.
It's been a struggle for him tonight, but they can make this lead hold up. They can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time. big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And it's George missing. Mavericks leading by 13. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Finney-Smith's got 4 points this quarter.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Here's Finney-Smith. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Doncic left side. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Defense right now looking for the off switch on Porzingis. It's not to be found.
It's George on the wing. Pass to Beverly. A three from Morris. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Dallas has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. The baseline J. And the rejection by Zubac. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright comes in for Seth Curry. And it's Burke in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And then for Los Angeles, Landry Shamet checked in for Zubac. Williams comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Clippers with the ball after the Mavericks pick up 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
There's Shamet. And nothing is falling for him right now. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Now here's Jackson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Morris. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got JaMychal Green. Williams is out there with Jackson. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Morris in at the power forward position. Clippers moving the ball around. Fires from 14. There's the pass to Shamet. Hardaway with the steal. To the inside. Wright dishes to Doncic. Another shot. Tips it up. Green with the rebound. The Clippers shooting here about 46% for the game. There's Jackson with the 3. Kleber with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Brent, so many state-of-the-art arenas being built. Which feature do you think is most important?
Oh, the hot dog machine. What are we doing,
popcorn, right
and
next
the
to it.
popcorn,
Hot
what
dog
else,
and
Kevin?
then the popcorn.
Yeah,
Right there.
nachos.
I love nachos.
Okay.
You love nachos.
What else? I mean, what else could we go with there?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
That's
right?
a big one.
Because when you're done with all that other stuff, you've got to somehow kind of coat your stomach.
Yep.
You
Was
don't
this
feel bad.
basketball related, or did we go somewhere else
All
with
a
that?
part of the whole conversation.
I think we covered it.
It's good.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities or he's going to burn you.
Shamet, the pass to Williams. Yep, that one goes in there.
Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Finished off the break. Williams has got 7 now in this quarter.
Now, you can make a case that Lou Williams is at his best in that kind of situation. Dynamite in transition.
Pass to Kleba. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists here tonight.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Marjanovic. Just 5 on the clock. Kleba, the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Kleba. They grab their own miss. Out to Doncic. Launches it. Nailed from three-point land. Doncic has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Mavs. Jackson finds Morris. Unloads from 9. Jackson misses.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Marjanovic passes to Hardaway. Williams against Wright. Here's Marjanovic, and Dallas again with the bucket. LA has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Dallas.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Left side Williams. Hardaway with the steal. And Doncic. Here we go.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Jackson passes to Williams. And it's Wright sending it back. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Doncic. No good on the 3. Passes it to Jackson. A deep 3 from Green. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks, for great.
fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA.
Well, the Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Morris.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard. And for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic. They get the rebound. Porter passes to Jokic. Back to Porter. Dishes it to Murray. Takes a 3. And there's Porter on the assist by Murray. And tonight, Clark, not just any regular season game. These teams going for higher seeds in the playoffs.
And Kevin, you've been doing it a long time, and you can feel, even during the regular season, when there's a little extra juice in the players and in the building, and guys are locked in, and it gives you a preview of what the playoff intensity is like. That doesn't happen a lot with the number of games in the NBA schedule, but you can certainly feel it when it does.
You sure can. Here's George following the basket by Jokic. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got his second basket of the game.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Pass to Murray. Outside, Porter. Pass to Craig. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Pulls up, high post. And it's Jokic missing.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Beverly against Murray. Zubac kicks to Beverly. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Leonard. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Good work defensively by Millsap. Deep 2 from Murray. The shot that time not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Got a piece of it. The pass to Millsap. 1:58 left in the first quarter. Jokic, and he banks in the layup. Jokic has got his second bucket of the night.
Jokic has the ability to score from just about anywhere, but he's most dangerous inside. Tremendous skill in the painted area.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just on found in that center position.
The Nuggets leading by 3. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. And Denver also making a switch. Morris is checked in for Torrey Craig. Murray against Beverly. Morris passes to Millsap. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
He's got the perpetual green light, and Millsap has always been a dead-eye scorer from here.
And here's Morris for three. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic just got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And Los Angeles with some changes. Landry Shamet's checked in for Leonard. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Jackson. Against Golden State, he was really on his game.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Both free throws good from Jackson.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Dozier passes to Grant. And the wide open shot from Morris. Second chance shot. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Williams finds Jackson. Stolen by Grant. Gets it off. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And that does it for... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Jackson is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Green, and it's Shamet in at the 3.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bol. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Back to Green. Pass to Jackson. Morris inside. Grant on him. Morris, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Denver with the ball. Following the miss by Marcus Morris.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
Here's Morris, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Pass to Plumlee. It's Bol, top of the key. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And the size Bol has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
Zubac is checked in for Marcus Morris. And a switcher also for Denver. Daniels is checked in. Back to Williams. Now, here's Shamet. Defense is right there. And it's Denver with the rebound. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
It's tipped and stolen by Bol. Pass to Plumlee. Daniels with it. A three from Morris. Daniels knocks it loose. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson's got the ball, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Daniels, no good. Clippers trail by 9. We've got 1:28 left in the first half of the game. Outside Williams, back to Green. Williams passes to Zubats. Over Plumlee. And another shot. And Grant sends it back. Kicks the bowl. A three from Morris. Sinks the triple. Morris has got the lead up to 12 now for Denver. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nuggets.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also they've been really active on the defensive end in terms of applying pressure and coming away with steals. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Lays it in off the breakaway. Jackson's got 10 points.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Pick up the pace. Get the 2-for-1 here.
That's the way to go. Be quick about it.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Here's Shamet following the basket by Mason Plumlee. Shot clock at 6. Back to Green. Fires the three, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Daniels. Morris has got 6 here in this quarter. That one, no good. That'll do it for the first half. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports half.
Welcome back to a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. Now Morris, following the miss by Paul Millsap from deep. Lets it go from 11, and it's Leonard missing.
You know, you look at Jamal Murray, and this guy just seems to be a natural scorer. Has no problem scoring the basketball from anywhere and all angles. Has tremendous confidence at the offensive end. And guys, I think he's just scratching the surface.
Millsap left side. Wide open look here for Murray. And another miss by Denver.
And out of the gates here in this section.
Oh, what a play! Woo!
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Drills it from outside.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Beverly. No points in the game yet for him. George passes to Leonard. Over Porter. And Morris throws it down.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Jokic against Zubats. Craig kicks to Porter. The pass to Craig. Passes it to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Back to George. Now here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's Leonard missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now Murray. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Jokic trying to free himself up. Feeds to Millsap. And here is Murray. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the 3 off target.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Pass to Zubac. Leonard against Millsap. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Beverly for 3. That's tipped. Millsap kicks to Dozier. Back to Millsap. Here's Dozier. Zubac defending. Dozier passes to Murray. Misses off the left iron.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. Pass to Dozier. Here's Craig. Here's Dozier. Craig passes to Jokic. To end the cold streak. And he lays it up and in. Jokic has got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
George up and in on the layup. George has got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Beverly against Murray. Outside Millsap. From outside, off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
George finds Zubac. Now George. Ball stolen. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Shooting foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And we'll be back with you shortly. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Andrew Shamet is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's JaMychal Green. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Leonard looking over the floor. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
Scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Here's Morris, and he uses the glass on the layup. And now a 12-point Denver lead. Clark, a lot of young players in this NBA becoming top 10 players as they mature. Who are some of the guys you spot that are really going to make a mark?
Well, they've already made a mark, and you anticipate it'll continue to be that way. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. I like Jaylen Brown in Boston, as well as Jason Tatum there. And clearly, Zion Williamson has a chance to be really special.
Just 4 to shoot. Jokic on the follow.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Daniels kicks to Jokic. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Oh, Leonard in position.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
The pass to Williams. Leonard on the wing. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets leading by 9. Porter passes to Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
Down low, Leonard. Got a hand on it. Porter looking it over. A three from Morris. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Williams. And the layup is good. Williams has got his first basket.
Well, he twisted his body up right there just enough to create space. Williams so slick and eel-like inside.
Here's Daniels. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
Leonard on the wing. It's up a three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. He kicks to Morris. Outside, Porter. Here's Jokic, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 13-point game.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nuggets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Jokic.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds. Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Green. Marcus Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Morris passes to Craig. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Got a piece of it. Passes it to Mann. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
Still Clippers ball.
7 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Noah. Back to Patterson. From deep. Missed.
Fantastic defensive instincts. Encouraging.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20, and first looks at what's coming up in
The sprawling metropolis of... We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Nuggets. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And, of course, there's the Mavericks sitting there 4 spots below.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, I love what they've been able to do this season. Last year, really just a struggle for them, but they've clearly put that behind them.
Oh, they're a different team this year for sure. They've got that confidence, that drive back. That was missing for so much of last year.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard. And for the Mavericks, Seth Curry is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. Doris, the depth of talent for these two teams, a real point of pride for both.
Well, I think both of these front offices take extraordinary pride, Kevin, in their ability to surround their star players, and you have to have stars. But the key is the guys around them. What is their fit? Do they complement the stars' greatest attributes? That is the measure of a great front office.
Hardaway, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Porter with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Millsap. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Curry kicks to Doncic. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Yet another miss, just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
And it goes down 2 points.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Millsap. Here's Jokic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Porzingis.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Doncic. Beyond the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
I mean, you have to chase Luka off that three-point line. This guy is capable of hurting you from there.
Porter looking it over. Jokic passes to Porter. Murray outside. Offline with his 3. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Doncic gets it to go. The Nuggets trail by 5.
Well, think back to before he moves on to the Dallas Mavericks. While Tim Hardaway Jr. was with the Knicks, he was carrying such a burden offensively because Porzingis was still recovering.
Now here's Millsap. 20 points for him last game against Dallas.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collecting huge amounts of rebounds.
Mavericks leading by 5. Hardaway kicks to Curry. From deep three-point range. Oh, offensive interference. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's right in for Seth Curry. Denver also making some changes. Bol, he's checked in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Torrey Craig. Right against Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And now let's take a look at a very well-rounded group of players. Shooting guards who could rebound with the big boys. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
Well, what he may give away in terms of size to some of the big men down low, no doubt he makes up for it with his agility and determination. That's what allows him to be such an outstanding rebounder.
You know, the strength he has is a factor as well. He is sneaky strong for an off guard, and seeing him out-muscle a bigger opponent for a rebound is becoming a common sight.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Wright. Back to Kleba. Dallas moving the ball around. And it's Wright atop the key. Hits it from three-point range.
Oh, great ball movement there.
40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Inside, here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Doncic kicks to Wright. Doncic feeling it out. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, this guy is so effective with the pump fake. Luka Doncic gets the defender off his feet. Beautiful.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Both free throws good from Doncic.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And there's the pass to Bull. Doncic with the steal. Right outside. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Back to Doncic. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the... Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
My older brother, he was a big fan of him.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. They've got Bowles. Grant is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Daniels in at the 2. And that one drops. Marjanovic has got his first points of the night.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
J.J. Barea has checked in for Burke. Jokic has checked in for Denver. Torrey Craig comes in for Bull. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Craig. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Jokic passes to Daniels. 6 to shoot. Jokic kicks to Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Now just a 1-point Maverick lead.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Doncic. Here's Here's Marjanovic. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Denver. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here's Wright. 5 points in the game. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since. Luka Doncic can pass it, shoot it, drive it, and he does it all with great flair.
Yeah, easy call.
For Denver, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. The free throw drops for Grant. And you see some of the shots that Doncic knocks down. Doris, the degree of difficulty is off the charts.
It is, Kevin, but the skill I love the most is his passing. It doesn't matter if it's a hook pass, a lob. He has the strength to hit the weak side corner, and this guy loves delivering in the big moments. It is so fun to watch him.
Now here's Curry. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Well, he has such a great feel for what the defense is conceding, and Kristaps Porzingis makes a nice play on the inside.
Here's Grant. They lead by 1. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Saturday, it'll be the Phoenix Suns coming into town. And then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And here are the Nuggets now. The Mavericks making the shot. 1:12 left to play here in the half. Here's Finney-Smith. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Dozier, guarded by Barea. Dozier passes to Murray. Knocks down the 3-ball. Murray's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And Murray has such a soft-looking shot, especially from deep, where he is just lights out.
Curry can't get it to go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Murray against Barea. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. It's Porter outside. Good D by Hardaway. The Mavericks trailing. Porzingis kicks to Barea. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense...
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, some struggles for Denver in the first quarter. They wasted no time putting themselves in a difficult situation. That's all for now.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
They've got Porzingis. Luka Doncic out there with Curry. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Hardaway finds Porzingis. Here's Doncic. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
Now, here's Jokic. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Hardaway against Porter. Over Hardaway, and again it's Denver. We've always been wowed by the athleticism in the NBA, but it seems to be becoming even more athletic. And certain guys get it done, Doris, in different ways.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of examples, Kev, of guys who don't have or are not blessed with incredible athleticism, but who have found a way to be successful. Nikola Jokic is a first-team NBA player who plays very much below the rim. And then you look at certain shooters who can affect the game. J.J. Redick, he is impossible to guard because he's one constant stream of movement. So, listen, if you have great skill for your position without athleticism, you can still find a way to have a job in this NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright comes in for Curry, and it's Burke in for Doncic. Back to Daniels. Pass to Millsap. From the wing, it's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. For the lead, Plumlee with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Feeds to Millsap. Passes to Plumlee. Murray dishes to Plumlee. Kicks the ball. From past the arc, it's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hardaway with a wide open look. Cans it from downtown. Hardaway has got 5.
Wow, the big-time range is evident from Hardaway Jr. Go ahead, send it in.
It's 2-on-1. Porzingis passes to Kleber. The 3. He can't get that one to fall. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
Now here's Wright. He has 7. Porzingis kicks to Wright. Off target from outside. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Daniels passes to Plumlee. To end the drought. Rebounded by Hardaway. And talking about Bol, his dad, Manute Bol, is known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're 2 completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker.
Kept alive, knocked away. Outside for Millsap to the right side. And no good, trying to use the glass. Mavericks leading by 4. On the wing, Hardaway. 54 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Fires the 3. The shot misses. Now Denver takes it the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Wide open look here for Murray. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. And that's now 6 points for Jamal Murray. Here's Hardaway. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. And the Mavericks lead by 3. Pass to Murray. Now, here's Bol. He dishes it to Daniels. Now, here's Bol. Back to Daniels. And the pass to Plumlee. Here's Bol. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Burke. And Dallas again with the bucket. The third quarter comes to a close. It's Dallas. They finish off the third quarter with a massive 16-4. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
Stops and run. Stops and run.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Monte Morris. Jokic is out there with Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 3, the small forward.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Porter dishes to Morris. No good on the triple. Dallas leading by 7. Doncic outside. This one for 3. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Porzingis. Dallas moving it around. That 3 off the mark.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Here's Doncic. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Fast break, Dallas. Finney-Smith kicks to Curry. From the arc, another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Morris passes to Porter. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Mavericks leading by 14. Marjanovic down low. He's against Jokic. Doncic outside. To the wing right side. Porzingis finds Doncic. No good from outside. The Nuggets trail by 14. To the wing on the left. Here's Dozier, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
And that one's good, Marjanovic.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to Jokic. The 3, and the rejection by Marjanovic. Porter kicks to Morris. Misses the 3. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 13-4 run. But they'll get another chance. Curry with a wide open look. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Well, as reliable as it gets from the mid-range. Steph Curry very good at finding those opportunities in those spaces.
Here's Jokic. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock. Morris, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Marjanovic. Off target from 3-point range. The Nuggets trail by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Mavericks.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. Yet the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket. This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Curry passes to Doncic. Marjanovic kicks to Porzingis. Dishes to Curry. Takes the 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight they've done that and then some.
From deep. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. 17-point game. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Barea finds Curry. From deep 3-point range. Offensive rebound.
they made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance to start.
Down it goes!
Wow.
Down it goes!
Prayer is answered.
Nice.
From deep. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they execute.
to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The bright lights and tall buildings of... And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Curry is out there with Doncic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. That's tipped. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Warriors. Beverley the pass to George. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
And Leonard gets it to go.
What I like about Kawhi's shot, no matter the distance, always seems to be on balance.
That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
There's the pass to Zubac. Back to Morris. Outside Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
Leonard hits them both. And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all 3 levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
Hardaway with it. Leonard picks him up. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. And again, the turnover by the Mavericks. Still without a basket in the game. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. George dishes to Leonard. Feeds it to Beverley. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. On the wing, Morris. 5 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
For whatever reason, they came in a little tight tonight. That should loosen them up.
Now here's Leonard. A 23-point game for him in the win against Golden State. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Morris passes to Beverley. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Finney Smith. Curry with it. Right side, Hardaway. Porzingis inside. Working on Zubac.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here is George. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Bucket is good.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Curry on the wing. Zubac against Doncic. Connects from three-point range.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 5. Outside, George. Back to Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Over in the corner, Zubac. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. George, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Doncic. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
George dishes to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Morris has got his second bucket.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
And still a close game as the first quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got J.J. Barea. Also, Trey Burke out there. Hyde is out there with Marjanovic. And it's Kleba in at the 4 slot. The shot will not fall. Here's the 3. They get it again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And that ties it up.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Shamet with it. Right on him. And that one's good. Shamet. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Burke with it. Jackson on him. Marjanovic kicks to Barea. Hits the three-point bomb. Barea's got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs.
Poor defense there. That's his bread and butter. You have to crowd him out on the perimeter. A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
Now here's Jackson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Just 2 to shoot. The three-pointer, no good.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play. The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Down low. Williams passes to Leonard. Off target with his 3. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set. And you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Shamet on the wing. Kicks it to Jackson. Fires from deep. That's a hand on it, and Green is right there.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Marjanovic passes to Burke. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
Drills the three-pointer. Leonard's got 8 points.
feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
Correa, the pass to Marjanovic. Dallas, no good that time either.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Green finds Jackson. All alone. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
I mean, taking what the defense allows, Reggie can run the pick and roll in a variety of ways.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now here's Jackson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 10 points for Leonard.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Here's Wright. He's on target from 8 feet out.
Terrific use of his body to open up space on the inside.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Jackson passes to Green. Right side, Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
From deep, Correa. That shot is off. And that'll do it for the first half. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and that'll do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Landry Shamet is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George, and it's Green in its center. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Morris. Off target at the rim. Mavericks trail by 6.
And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got his first bucket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
George passes to Jackson. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Porzingis with the steal. Curry kicks to Finney-Smith. Curry wide open. Again, the Mavericks score. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor. And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
To the paint. Here's Doncic. A miss that time would have put him up.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Green finds George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Here's Curry with the 3. Morris with the rebound.
well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Landry Shamet, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Now here is George, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Now, Smitty, if you were playing today, who would you least like to see coming at you on a fast break?
I think in his prime, it would be LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is another guy I'd be kind of afraid of. I know it'd be a collision, but I say right now, it has to be Giannis because of the force and his jumping ability and the way he just glides to the rim.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. You're right. Here's Morris following the score by Dallas. George passes to Green. Morris outside. To end the run. It doesn't go for him. And it's Dallas the other way.
I don't know how many shots he's missed this quarter, but they're going to have to find offense from someone else.
Curry, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Passes it to Zubac. In the corner, it's Morris. Outside, Green. Beverly against Hardaway. And Beverly kicks to Green. From deep, George. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Curry with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Clippers moving the ball around. Here's Zubac. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Luka Doncic. Well, if it's a Zubac, may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Leonard, he's checked in for Green. Lou Williams is subbed in for Morris. And stolen by Wright. Fast break, Dallas. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
17 seconds left here in the third quarter. And again, the Clippers turn it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
12 seconds left in the third quarter. The pass to Marjanovic. He kicks to Wright. With 1 on the clock. No good. And so it's the Dallas. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Dallas, Trey Burke is out there with Wright. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Kleba in at the 4-man position. And it's the Clippers with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. Outside Leonard lets it go from deep. That shot no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Outside Williams. Pass to George. Leonard with the ball. Pass to Beverly. On the wing, Williams. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Kleba. He's covered by Leonard. And that one is good. Kleba's got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Williams.
Clearly caught him off guard with that move. Not the guy you'd expect to bust out a spin, but it worked beautifully there.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Here's Kleba following the score by Lou Williams. Doncic finds Wright. His three-pointers off the mark.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Back to Leonard. The deep three from George. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Kleba, the pass to Doncic. Takes it from 10, and that one, good. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Williams dishes to Leonard. Leonard on the wing. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
And for Leonard, it's not just the size, it's the skill level and his commitment to greatness.
Right, the pass to Porzingis. Doncic kicks to Kleba. Back to Doncic. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleba. And it's Seth Curry in for Wright. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. And here we go. Curry gets the bucket.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
Now here's Leonard. And here's George for 3. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Here's Finney-Smith. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 9. Passes to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Morris. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Finney-Smith. And a miss there on the triple. The Clippers running out of time. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And the Clippers miss again. On its way from Curry for 2. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And it's the Clippers' ball.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
On the wing, Jackson. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Outside, Kid Gilchrist. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Noah. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8.
Patrick Patterson with his great shooting stroke, always looking comfortable at the free throw line.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your mic career.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Now here's Leonard, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Can't cash in from the high post. And a wide open look for Porter. The offensive rebound. Millsap passes to Porter. From outside the arc. And again, Denver no good. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Back to Beverley. Pass to Zubac. Clock at 6. And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Morris against Millsap from 11 feet away.
And the defense from Millsap definitely has an impact on the trajectory of that one.
Jokic kicks to Murray. Back to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Here's Craig. And again, Denver no good.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now Beverley. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. In the corner, George with it. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Pass to Beverley. 5 to shoot. The Clippers keep it alive. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside Millsap. Now the pass to Craig. Murray outside. And again, Denver no good. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their 2 bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Los Angeles leading by 6. Zubac, the pass to Beverley. Morris with the ball. Shoots the 3. Passes it to Beverley. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Offensive rebound. No good from Zubac.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Now here is George. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Porter with it. Outside for Murray. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Jokic. And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
We've got Monte Morris. Jeremy Grant is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Bull. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And Green gets it to go. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought two ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A nice shot by Dozier.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Green finds Jackson. Zubac with it. And here is Shamet. Good, nice job down low. Shamet's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And Jackson gets it to go.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
And Bull wide open. He shoots. Off target with the open look. Clippers leading by 10. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Shamet, the pass to Zubac. It's stolen by Morris. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Zubac. Williams from outside. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. On the wing, Green shoots over Grant. Green, no luck.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Plumlee attacking, and he comes up with the deuce. Plumlee's got his first basket of the night.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Lets it go from 11. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Daniels is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Leonard, he's checked in for Zubats. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Back to Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's Green with the three. A second chance effort. Leonard, 2 points. That one goes.
And yet another area where Leonard really earns his max contract, using terrific anticipation and those catcher's mitts to pull down the rebound.
A different look for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Plumlee. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Jeremy Grant. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Beverley against Morris. Dishes it to Daniels. Back to Morris. Stolen by Beverley. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal. It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Morris against Beverley. Morris passes to Daniels. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris outside. 1 second left. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Jokic showing off the defensive work.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. Shaq, what was your... And...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverley in the point guard.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
Over in the corner, Beverley. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
What a find by the Denver Nuggets. No hype really around Jokic coming into the league. And now he's a star player here in Denver, franchise player here in Denver, and a heart of a team that's got a tremendous amount of potential in the next couple of seasons. Jokic heading up this offense and shouldering the load.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Now here's Beverley. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Morris. To the inside. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Morris. And it's 7 points for Kawhi Leonard. And with Jokic, it was a second-round pick for the Nuggets back in 2014.
Think about the decision that was made between Jokic and Nurkic, and how it is that the team felt like Jokic could grow if Nurkic moved on, which he did to Portland. And now all of a sudden the offense takes off under Jokic, a playmaking 5 that opens up a lot of cutting opportunities. And I know this young nucleus is going to do some great things in the future, mostly behind what Jokic has provided this organization.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Leonard against Porter. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Left side, George. 5 on the clock. Here's Morris. And that one hits back iron.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. 3-pointer. They get the rebound. It's George on the wing, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Taking a look at the Clippers. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, Denver sitting directly below him, just one spot down.
You know, for the Nuggets, they've got their sights set pretty darn high right now. After what they've done this season, their goal is nothing short of a title.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Jackson. A putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The pass to George. Snatched away. Daniels passes to Bull. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
For the Clippers, Jermichael Green comes in for Morris. Lou Williams is subbed in for George.
Jeremy Grant just has such a great combination of athleticism and explosiveness. It's up to him to find familiar spots on the floor and do a good job of playing off his teammates to make an impact on every game that he plays.
Plumlee finds Grant. Back to Plumlee. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bull. Second shot opportunity. Grant outside. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. At the top of the key, Plumlee. With 1 on the clock, and he sinks the layup. Plumlee's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Leonard.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Here's Morris, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Pass to Williams. Now, here's Shamet. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Over Jokic, and it's Leonard missing. The Nuggets leading by 4. A nice shot by Dozier.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Leonard kicks to Jackson. Puts up a 3. Another miss by Leonard.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Pass to Morris. At the elbow, Jokic. Shot left block, and Denver again with the bucket.
And whatever it was at halftime worked because their offense far more effective here in the second. They finally found some sets that are working for them.
That one's not going to go. Morris into the lane. 3-pointer, Daniels. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers trail by 8. Williams kicks to Shamet. Jackson from long range. Denver grabs the miss. Taken away by Williams. And they're pushing it up. Here's Leonard. That one doesn't go. And it's Denver the other way. Here's Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Morris has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets. Here's Leonard, and they get it. He lays it in.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
Jokic passes to Morris. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Basket counts.
That's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
So both teams making some changes here. 1:44 left in the game. Millsap passes to Porter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And Leonard gets it to go.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
Here's Plumlee. Grant, right side, pass to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Plumlee. He dishes it to Daniels. It's Porter outside. It's good from long range. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
George, that's a 2-pointer. They grabbed their own miss. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Morris finds Plumlee. And the layup falls. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Grant outside. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the middle. The kick out to Porter from downtown. And the pass to Morris. Leonard with the steal. Here's Beverly. And it falls.
Stellar anticipation by Leonard.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
40.